Welcome everyone to our last WorldView for the school year. My name is Aditi.
And my name is Marie. Our first story today is about a former American citizen in deep trouble in North Korea. Kenneth Bao will be put on trial for attempting to topple North Korea's government. Bao is a devout Christian, which is partly why he is being accused. North Korea has claimed that Mr. Bao has admitted that he would overthrow the government if he could, which is a crime punishable by death in the communist dictatorship.
On Sunday, Taliban insurgents marked the start of their offensive against Afghanistan by claiming responsibility for a bomb that killed 3 Afghan officers. For the past few years, spring fighting between the Taliban, NATO forces, and allies has increased. This spring fighting is especially important because it is testing how well the Afghan forces can protect their country without the help of outside forces.
The divide between Sunni and Shia Muslims remains a major issue, mainly in the Middle East. The Iraq government has recently banned several television channels from talking about conspiracy theories. It is believed that the channels are supported financially by the Sunnis though the two groups have the same core beliefs. This harsh censorship is concerning to many.
On Wednesday, a factory in Bangladesh crumbled after cracks in the foundation were ignored. The current death count is 307 people, with an estimate of 595 still missing. One survivor had given birth, and luckily neither she nor her infant faced serious injury. Hundreds more are still thought to be trapped. The owner of the building could be put to death for the incident.
Building fires continue to be a major problem in Russia. Last year, there were 12,000 reported deaths from fires, compared with the 2,500 in the United States. Last week, a fire in a Russian psychiatric hospital resulted in deaths and the destruction of the facility. One observer stated that there are no hose, no hydrant. The closest fire truck took 1 hour to arrive on the scene.
The chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee has declared that the Boston Marathon bombers had been trained to prepare for this attack. The bombers had used shrapnel-packed pressure cooker bombs and other advanced weapons that would have required some amount of training. The authorities also suspect that the mother of the 2 men had a part in the bombers' plan. However, the woman cannot be questioned since she is present in Russia.
3 men in London were convicted of plotting a terrorist attack against Britain. 31-year-old Irfan Nasir led the terrorist group in plotting an attack that they hoped to be worse than September 11 assaults in America, and surpassed the deadly bombing on London's transit system in 2005. The 3 men received sentences ranging from 15 years to life in prison. Later, 8 other men were found guilty for being part of the group. They have been sentenced to prison as well.
Pollution problems in both China and Japan are negatively impacting Japan's environment. According to one Japanese scientist, the extinction of a rare pine tree in Japan was caused by pollution from China's factories. His findings are being taken more and more seriously. Healthy air is becoming a huge problem for both Japan and China.
The bird flu has become another major issue for China. As of last Tuesday, 108 cases have been reported, along with 22 deaths. The adjoining island nation of Taiwan has declared an alert for the disease and has taken many precautionary measures. Bird flu can be deadly, and further outbreaks are anticipated.
Farmers in Africa are starting to utilize a new technology. An app called iCow now sends notifications to those with cows. The app will provide information like how long farmers should expect their cows to be in the heat, what types of foods help milk production increase, and even what a fair market price is currently. In general, Africa's cell phone market has rapidly increased since 2000. The market has increased by 44%. Jonathan has our sports news.
On Monday, girls soccer lost a slim game to Greensboro Day School at 3-2 after a valiant effort. Also on Monday, JV Golf continued an undefeated season, with the game ending in 158 to 197 points, beating Wesleyan. They now have a 5-game winning streak. Both boys and girl lacrosse played Greensboro Day School on Tuesday. The boys lost 13-6 to Forsyth Country Day after playing without one of their best defenders. Meanwhile, the girls beat Greensboro Day 9-3 to make their game record 10-2. Track and field held a conference tournament on Tuesday. Both boys and girls won their championships, beating 4 other teams each. The girls racked up 200 points, which was 109 points higher than second place for Forsyth Academy. On the boys' side, Summit won 145.5 points, which was 33.5 points ahead of Millennium Charter Academy, which came in second. Here's Lolo with school service news.
This week was Screen Free Week. Thanks to everyone who participated. We collected a lot of sporting goods that will be donated to Leveling the Playing Field. There was also a good turnout at Britain's, and part of those proceeds will also be donated to Leveling the Playing Field. Thank you to all of you who contributed. Quick reminder, the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure is Saturday morning. May Frolics is another great way to earn service hours. You should try to have all of your service done as soon as possible because the school year is quickly coming to an end. That's it for service. Here's Graham with the weather.
The weather this weekend looks pretty good. Today will be mostly sunny with a high of 71 and a low of 49. There will be a 10% chance of rain. Tomorrow will be mostly cloudy with a cooler high of 65 and a low of 52. There will also be a 10% chance of rain. On Sunday, we will have scattered showers with a 40% chance of rain. The high will be 67 and the low 55. This week in Boring, Oregon, it will be sunny and in the mid-80s. Now, let's go to Aton for this week's editorial.
You're doing it again, and you didn't even realize it. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about? Probably not. But at this very moment, you are watching WorldView. WorldView is something that every student in the school has access to, but not many people think about it. It is a reliable source of world news that helps to inform the entire school about what is going on. Almost every week, many classes tune in and watch, getting valuable information from around the globe. For the relatively small amount of time that I've been going to this school, I have enjoyed WorldView as a news source that I can always count on. I bet many of you guys enjoy the program too. Another great thing about WorldView is that it is a student production, which makes it even more special. But even with our student cast and crew, none of this would be possible without Mr. Capps and Mr. Heitman on this last edition of WorldView for the year. Take some time to think about all of the great things that come with it, and thank Mr. Capps and Mr. Heitman for helping us 9th graders produce this program. They go week after week without enough recognition for the great things they do. Until next year.
Goodbye, and have a fun and safe weekend.
We now turn WorldView over to next year's 9th graders. Thank you for being a loyal audience. So long until next school year.